everyone, and welcome to Wolff&Schafe podcast. This is episode 12. My name is Magdalena, and this is my little co-host, Domarat. Meow! I'll just put him here, together with his friend, Totoro. And yes, we have a nice Thursday after Easter. So if any of you celebrated, I hope you had a happy, nice Easter time. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back to me. And if you're a new viewer, welcome. Hello. And this is knitting, spinning, and hand dyeing podcast in Switzerland, near Zurich. Sometimes in Poland, because I'm Polish and I live in Switzerland. You can find me on Ravelry under Wolffowna. This is WOLFFOWNA, or on Instagram under my full name, Magdalena Wolff, with double F. We also have a Ravelry group, Wolff&Schafe podcast. And if you haven't yet, please join. We have Song of Ice and Fire / Game of Thrones knit along going on. This is our prize. This is my hand dyed yarn, Wolff&Schafe yarn, on my Belladonna base, which is merino nylon cashmere blend, in Melisandre colorway, which is also Song of Ice and Fire themed colorway. Oh yeah, and the deadline is till 3rd of May, which is my birthday. And then I will close the thread on the Ravelry group. There are 2 threads. One is for chatter and showing your progress, and the other is for posting your finished objects photos, and there you post only one post, because then I will be drawing the prize and the number of the posts will win. What else? Oh, I have an Eastern discount in my Etsy shop. It's 15% for all Wolff&Schafe yarns, and you can use the Eastern coupon code. So, yay! And it's still Sunday, which is April 3rd. So yeah, you can use the chance. Use the chance. So let's start with knitting, shall we? So, because I was, for Easter, I was in Poland again to visit my family, I got to work on my Rombi sweater by Terry Crews, and it grew. It's a top-down cardigan, and it's optional, but I really wanted to make it because it looks great. A diamond accent on the back here. So I finished the diamond, and I think I will soon be splitting for the sleeves, and then it will be stockinette, stockinette, and stockinette till the end, basically. And then I suppose I will be picking up a really long edge all over here to make diamond patterned border. So that will be, I think, a lot of work. But for now, I'm using my wooden needles, which I was allowed on board of a plane. These are Knit Pro 3mm. I think this series is called Symphony. I don't know if you can see that, but they are really pretty and colorful. But camera doesn't want to cooperate. As usual, camera, as usual. So they're very nice and colorful, and slick, but still I prefer to work on metal needles, really, because these are more sticky and it just goes faster on metal needles. So yeah, but as long as I can knit on the plane, I will use them. I will use what I can. And the yarn is Debbie Bliss. Do I have tag or not? Of course, I lost it. But it's Debbie Bliss Cashmerino, baby Cashmerino. I think it's merino with a little bit of cashmere and some microfiber. And I'm knitting this for my friend Inga, who made me a gorgeous obizime and obidome kimono wear accessories. Yes, so this is it. And before I went to Poland, I worked some on my Mira sweater, and it's still on the needles and it's growing slowly but surely. So this is it. Yes, you can see it grew. Ta-da! I think it will be very pretty as long as it fits me, because I'm still not sure. This V stitch seems pretty stretchy, so I don't know if it will be good for me or for my sister maybe, or for my mom, but I really hope it will fit me, because I love this yarn, this colorway. It's Malabrigo Makita yarn. It's a single ply merino yarn in Sirenas colorway, meaning mermaids, and I just love these teals and blues and greens. They are lovely. Oh, and the Rombai yarn is in mist colorway. It's just a nice gray. I don't really like gray on myself, and I find, because it was my friend who chose the yarn for her sweater, and I feel like I'm a bit, when I'm knitting on that sweater, I'm a bit, well, I'm not so excited to knit with gray yarn. It's just a preference. Some of you would love to work with gray yarn. I'm just not that excited. But with this, oh, what's wrong with your camera this time? Focus. Yes, please. With this, it's so nice. It is so nice. And I'm knitting this on 3.37 millimeter needles. Just simple Knit Pro metals. I don't know what they're called. Nova or something, or maybe it's a different thing entirely. So anyway, the pattern is by Justyna Lorkowska. Hi, Justyna. It's gorgeous, but she told me that it took her like whole summer to complete the sweater herself. So I'm a bit relieved that I'm not such a snail with this. It just takes time, and that's all. What is else on my needles is my pair of vanilla socks, and they are almost done. They are almost done. So there was pretty much of excitement here because, oh, you can see there are the heels, and I have started the 1x1 twisted rib here. I think it looks very pretty. And so yeah, so I have finally tried out the Fish Lips Kiss heel that everyone was going on about, and no wonder I am in love. This is just amazing. This is, come on camera. Okay, I'm sorry, just my screen got black. It went black. Anyway, I love this heel. This is just the personal sock therapist who designed this heel is a genius. I really admire her skills and the work she put into that. So if you haven't yet, you should go and purchase this pattern. It's only $1 and it's awesome, and it will improve your sock knitting skills. And yeah, next pair will be with this heel, definitely. And when I was now in Warsaw, I took samples from all my family's feet, meaning my parents and my sister. So I have my little database, and I know it will take me some time. I wish the camera would stop focusing and unfocusing. It is really annoying. Focus once and for all, please. So yeah, I know that it will take me some time to knit them, like socks for them all, but at least whenever I get the fancy, I can start. I can cast on. And the yarn is hand-dyed yarn by A. Mary Knits in her Autumn Desert Flowers colorway. And I have this much left. So it's completely enough for finishing my socks. I will have some left. And I'm knitting on my Chaogu 2.5mm needles, and I'm loving them. I really like the cable. I think Kristen from Yarngasm podcast said once that after some use it's getting a little wonky. I don't know, for now it works perfectly fine. So we will see what happens in the future. And about the socks and my family, when I visited my grandma on my mother's side, the non-knitting grandma, there came up an idea that I should knit a pair of socks for her, because she's pretty ill. She has various problems with her health, and also, you know, those regular socks that you buy in a shop, they just squeeze her ankles and, you know, stops the circulation. It's not comfortable. So yeah, I will do my best. I did not take the cardboard sample from her foot because she has problems when she's standing. Also, she's a bit feeble. So I just measured her foot with a measuring tape, and she has tiny feet. I don't have large feet myself, but hers are even smaller. I don't know what is the size in the US sizing, but I have 37. My mom has 36, and grandma is somewhere between 35 and 36. So it's tiny feet. Like the length of her foot is only, I think, 22 centimeters. So it's small. And I thought I would use cascade yarns because they are very soft. The drawback is that they felt quite easily, but I thought that she won't be wearing it outside because she seldom goes further than her garden. So it will be mostly for at home wearing. So I could use some cascade yarns, and I have some left from actually a lot left. This is from my Mystery and Manners gloves that you can see there in the background. This was my main color, and I have still this much left. So I think I could actually be able to knit the whole pair with this, especially because she has small feet. But in case I run out, for the ribbing I could use a bit different yellow. This is yarn that I used for my Henslow shawl that I gifted to my mother-in-law. So I think as soon as I'm done with my Autumn Desert Flower socks, I will be casting on this. Oh, let's have a sip of the tea, shall we? Oh, wow. So, the mug here, you've seen it in the last episode. I bought it on the Edin Yarn Fest. And I love this motto. It's just, no woman, no fly. And the tea is this, and it's like nothing I have ever tried before. White chocolate mocha black tea, Stash Premium, and I got it together with other things in my mailbox. So I can show you what I got, because as some of you know, I have test knitted for Kristen from Wool&Vine Yarns and the Yarngasm podcast. Hi, Kristen! And as to say thank you, she offered to dye whichever of her colorways that I picked, either on her Blitz base or Volca base, and I really debated because I really wanted to try her Volca base because I heard a lot about it, but then I thought, well, if it was Volca, I would want probably more than one skein, and I never can catch the update, so so I haven't bought it yet. And so then Bliss is a sock base, and as you know, it's my way to go when I love some yarn, some colorway, and I want it. So I decided on Bliss, especially because I have never ever before had any yarn with stellina in it. Believe it or not, it's not popular here in Europe. So I decided on sock yarn, and here it is. She dyed it especially for me. This is her Neptunia colorway, and I haven't seen her in another store for quite a while, so I asked if it's okay if I ask for this, because she hasn't dyed it in a while, and she said no problem, because she's awesome like that. And here's the tag. Oh, she's switching. She will soon be having the round band, so soon this will be different. But anyway, thank you, Kristen. It's lovely. I'm delighted. It's so rich, because you know, when you see yarn on the internet, it's so different to when you can actually look with your own eyes and touch with your own skin. And yes, Kristen, you did a great job here. It's wonderful. I am delighted, and I have already wrote about it to Kristen that this will be socks for me, because yeah, I want to have socks from the most awesome yarn. I think that people who don't knit wouldn't really appreciate having socks from like yarn that we know is awesome, but they would be like, okay. So so yeah, this will be mine. And I'm so happy. But She also sent everything in a bag with a little thank you label sticker. It's so cute. And I also got this tea I showed you, and two other ones that I will be trying later. One of them is Gemaicha, which I love. This is Japanese tea with with rice, not burned, like, what do you do with rice? Maybe toasted, okay. Organic toasted brown rice, yes. And this is Choice Organic Teas, and this is from the same company as this, and this is gonna be crazy. Licorice spice caffeine-free herbal tea. I normally don't try such teas, so I don't think I've seen them around. So yay, it's exotic. Thank you, Kristen, but that's not all. There is her beautiful card. I think it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And it's the back. Very artistic. And I got, now you will be all jealous if you're not yet about this. I got an Edward Gorey card. Awesome. And a note just for me. So thank you again, Kristen. I just adore you. That's as simple as that. You're wonderful, wonderful. And I wish the camera would stop blurring me and focusing on me. Why are you doing this, camera? I'm not moving that much. Should I be sitting like this or something? Okay, so this was my yarn joy, and it arrived. I came back from Poland on Tuesday, and yesterday on Wednesday I found this in my mailbox. So it was just perfectly on time. And yay! I can't wait. But first, grandma socks, because I promised. And that's not all. I did not show you everything last week because I was showing off all my festival purchases. So I thought that I will save some stuff for later because, yeah, why not? It would be too overwhelming. Wow, this is so interesting a taste. So, some time ago, and I had to wait a bit because it was from the States. I have from the United States. I have finally ordered yarn from a dyer that I have been admiring for a long time, and I mentioned her, I think, on my very first episode. It's Lara from Jinx yarns. They're also friends with Kristen, and that's how I learned about her yarns. But I'm sure most of you know her already. This is cute little Lara. I hope it's Lara. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I hope it is. She's in the States, in Texas. This is Jinx yarns. And the thing here in Switzerland is it's a bit different with taxes. So if I order something that is more than around $60, I have to pay tax and a fee for the customs, even like lifting their finger. So it can be like I have to pay $25 for them lifting a finger, and then the tax will be like $5. Yay! that's awesome. So I have always problems with ordering from abroad because I'm always counting whether this will exceed or not, and the shipping cost also counts as the amount. So you have to order something below 60 and together with the shipping cost. So I think I miscalculated this time, and of course they text me, and yeah, I had to pay a lot. But this is so frustrating. It doesn't make sense to order only one skein of yarn from the United States. It really does not make any sense. But then, okay, back to the yarn. I have purchased this colorway, which I found gorgeous. I really admire Lara's skills. She actually has, unlike, for example, me, she finished art school. I think she learned about textiles, fabrics, and dyeing at school. So she's like a pro. And she is really skilled. And this is just amazing. I just really love this colorway. It has turquoises, teals, greens, muted purples, some white space left out, a touch of brown and gold speckles. It's just amazing. And the colorway is black waltz on her glitz sock base, which is 75% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 5% stellina. Yes, again, stellina. But I ordered this before I got this anyway, so so now I have 2 stellina skeins, and it will be socks for me, of course. For me. But as I said, I ordered 2 skeins, and this is, I think the camera will eat up all the gorgeousness, but these are very rich, beautiful, complicated colors. And under the dark layer you can see beautiful turquoises and purples and greens showing off. So yeah, I don't think the camera does justice to this yarn. Oh, but it's so gorgeous. It's just amazing. And what is more, focus camera. Oh yeah. So what is more, this is on Lara's Power Sock colorway. It's 75% superwash BFL and 25% nylon. Sucks for me! Sucks for me! I will be having a lot of sock knitting for sure. And the colorway is Eternal Sonata, which is, as far as I know, a game, because Lara often names her colorways after some movies or computer games, some characters from them. And I know there is a computer game, Japanese computer game, based on Frédéric Chopin's music and life. I haven't played it. I just saw some little bits on YouTube, and I asked Lara if it's about this game, and she confirmed it is. It is based on this game about Frédéric Chopin, and that's double awesome for me, because he was the most famous Polish composer, musician, and yeah, a bit of Chopin for me. I like him. I really like his music, and for some reason Japanese people are really drawn to him as well. They are really into him. So whenever I met some young Japanese woman in Warsaw, it would be most likely she came to Warsaw to Frédéric Chopin's Music Academy to study piano in Warsaw. So yeah, I think this thing we have in common. It's a kind of a melancholy tune to that. So I think that might be it. And yes, this is my Eternal Sonata. But that's not all that I did not show you last week, because some more things arrived. So I mentioned that I really liked my project bag with doggies from A. Mary Knits, the same person who dyed that gorgeous yarn for my socks. And I bought 2 bags. How awesome! I just adore this fabric. Truth be told, I was lurking and looking at the larger project bag that was fully made of this fabric, but it got sold out when I was ready to purchase. So it was like, And right after I ordered, it turned out it appeared in the shop. So it's really like, but anyway, no matter. This is a smaller one, and with this lovely golden chevron pattern that I have inside my doggies bag, and inside there are polka dots. And it has a nice handle here. So yes, I think it's awesome. It has this dragonfly here. Dragonfly. And hydrangea, I think you pronounce it more or less this way. It's ajisai in Japanese. I have always problems with all these languages, you guys. It's just, okay, I know this plant's name in English, but I don't know in Polish. I know in Polish, but I don't know in English. I know in Japanese, but I don't know in English. So, yeah, it's difficult. And it has chrysanthemum, kiku. and it's just wonderful. I really love it. And I put my knitting goddess badge on it, just for the fun. I love these badges, they're great. And there is the bag that was the main reason of my purchase, because I wanted another large project bag, and I had this in my favorites for ages. How awesome! This style, it's amazing. It has butterflies and moths and these vintage bird cages. It's just so great. And I also love the inside fabric. It also has this vintage feel to it. So I think I might be transferring one of my sweater to this bag, because my Rumbai cardigan will soon fill this little one up with birdies. I love this one as well. Yes, I'm a project bag geek, like many of us knitters. So yes, I done this. Okay, I think we can move on to spinning. So before I went to Poland, I spun some on my Rolex. So I finished. Oh, and it's not there. Just hold on, I have to bring it to you and you will see it. We'll be back. And we are back. Okay, so here you can see I have finished my first single, which is first Be Mine, this pink this pink colorway, and then the seahorse of Loch Ness. And now I'm spinning the second single to ply them together. So you can also see I have underneath, I have this pink color. Focus. Now focus. Please focus. What's your problem? I don't know what's with this camera. It's really okay. Okay. So yes. And here is the second row. Like so, I'm working on this, and then I can ply them together. The relics are by Woolly Witch, and this is on my green Wildcraft spindle, and I like how it looks like. It's very soft. It's a pleasure to work with this. It's just and my bobbin is of course toilet paper roll because they are easily obtainable and cheap. And I still have my cardboard lazy Kate to work with. But when I was in Poland, I was spinning on some Polish sheep, which is quite soft and nice, but no name because, as some of you know, I just got a bunch of different breeds fleece, and I don't know which is which. So I'm just spinning on it, and it's fun. So it has like a creamy color, and it's nice and soft. Oops. And I'm working on another single because I will ply them together. So yay, this is just my simple Hilltop Cloud spindle and this Polish no name creamy sheep. It's very nice. But well, some of you know already. I have my wheel. I have a wheel. So please just wait a moment. And we're back. And this is my Kiwi. It's Ashford Kiwi. And it has arrived last Wednesday, just one day before I was going back to Poland. I'm sorry, for Easter. I'm so excited. So yes, it came in a flat box and I had to assemble it. But as I bought an unfinished version, I had to first finish it with special wax and all, like it has beeswax and some trees oils in it. It smells awesome. And so before assembling the wheel, I had to put wax on each and every piece. And while doing it all, like waxing, assembling, I thought, because you know, I don't drive. I'm so afraid of driving. And I actually tried, because in Poland it's not an easy thing, especially in Warsaw. Like the average of tries that you have to go through is like 4, it's average. So you fail really often, and I think I did 3 times. And I was so stressed. It was awful. It was just terrible. And the man that was examining me was not helping at all, especially on my first one. He was just terrible, really. Whatever I did, he was like something like this. Is really terrible. So anyway, I failed 3 times, And then, well, because first the theoretical exam was a piece of cake, so I had no problems with that, but then the practical exam. And then I went for my scholarship, 1 year scholarship to Japan, and I never tried again, because I kid you not, I started getting gray hair because of these exams. It was, no, I still have nightmares. So anyway, I don't drive. Luckily, my husband does. So, yeah, it's his thing to drive. But anyway, when I was working on my Kiwi, I had a feeling that, like, I had that thought that maybe what I feel right now, like tending to it and you know, waxing it, and like attending to it and whatnot, it's something that some men, it's like you're creating a relationship with this machine that some men have with their cars. I think so. So now I can joke that my husband can drink when he's behind the wheel, but well, I can at least a bit behind my wheel. So yeah, I have my wheel, and it took me half a day, I think, to finish the wood and assemble all the pieces. I had the instruction, I had also like I found a nice video tutorial on YouTube. Whenever I was not sure of something, I could just look it up on the video. And I'm also very proud of myself that I managed to do it all on my own. But I was almost done with everything. And I could already like feel I will be able to give it a go and try it, and yay, before I go for Easter to Poland. Yeah, I realized they did not send one piece. And it's that piece to which you attach the wire to hold the bobbin. So I actually could not give it a go. It was the tension knob, and I was really disappointed. But then I wrote to the shop straight away, and they replied after some time and said they will send it on Tuesday, because Monday is Friday and Monday are both free. I mean, the Easter Friday and Monday are both free in Switzerland. In Poland only the Monday is free. But anyway, yeah, so they sent it on Tuesday, and yesterday on Wednesday it arrived. So yes, I finished assembling, and yesterday evening when my son went to sleep, I could try it. And it's awesome! I'm so happy. I could there's not much to show you. Actually, I just grabbed some of this no-name fleeces that I had in my stash. It's really coarse and rough, but I thought to try it out, I won't use any fine fibers. I would just, you know, if it's going to be wasted, let's just use something not really fine. So I have some really scratchy yarn spun up on my Kiwi, but I'm so happy. Once I master more or less everything, I will use something better, and it goes well. It goes actually better than when I was on the festival, but because I think the tension was really high on that wheel, and it was just swallowing my yarn like this, and I did not have the time to work on it, and here I could just play more with it and And also my husband was really interested because, you know, he's an engineer, so he was really curious how it all works. And he actually pointed out some things to me. So, yeah, he helped me basically. And what else? Oh yeah, my son really likes Kiwi. He calls it, he's 2 years old, so but he really pronounces Kiwi really nice, and he loves that the wheel moves. I let him play with it because I did not have the band assembled yet before yesterday evening. So he's like, today in the morning my husband was taking him to the daycare, and because he does it on his way to work, and Stasio, my son, he said, "Bye bye, mommy. Bye bye, Kiwi." So yeah, he's growing attached to the wheel as well. So, what else? I love the fact that on one of the treadles you have a cut out Kiwi bird. It's so cute. I'm actually thinking about painting it with some acrylic paints. We will see. I've seen gorgeous projects on the internet. People do amazing stuff with their wheels, those unfinished versions. So we will see what happens, but I'm so happy. I am so happy. I think it will take some time for us to get to know each other, but it's so exciting. I'm also watching the what's her name? Amy King, I think. The class that I bought on the Craftsy is very helpful and interesting. And I think that will be it for today, because since Stasio was really long in Poland, he will be needing some time to get used to the daycare again. So he's really going for a couple hours now, and I will be picking him up soon. So I have to go, but I think I've talked about mostly everything. So, only just this last section about my life, because I also find it very interesting in other people's podcasts when they talk more about their a bit private stuff. But so as I mentioned, I've been to Poland for Easter, and watching other podcasts, I have realized that it's not such a big thing in the States or the UK as it is in Poland, because, okay, I think Christmas is the biggest thing. I kid you not, I have never in my life been away from home, from my family home, for Christmas. Even when I was in Japan, I came back for Christmas. For Easter, I have been away, I think, at least once or maybe twice. But still, it's an important holiday, and we always do this, because I heard, like, in some other countries you mostly eat chocolate eggs. We eat real eggs. We eat eggs galore. We have them in the soup. We have them with mayonnaise. We have them with stuffing. We have them in our basket that we bring to church. And even if you're not religious, you will prepare a basket with eggs, some meat, some bread, salt and pepper, and a piece of cake. I mentioned eggs, right? And decorated with how they are called, those red berries, I think, the forest berries that are red and they are evergreen, or other evergreen, very similar bush branches. and put inside a lamb or a chicken or both. We often use a lamb made of sugar, actually, and children like it. I can't imagine eating it anymore, but when I was small, I would eat a sugar lamb. So we take this all to church on Saturday, just before Easter Sunday, and get it blessed by the priest. And what is also interesting, there's Christ's grave, like always for Easter it's there in the church, and firemen are guarding it, like they're standing there in their helmets and with their axes on their arms and the uniforms. And we were lucky because when we went there with my sister, my husband, and with Stasio, they were just switching turns, the firemen. So Stasio saw them marching in the church, and he was fascinated, especially because he loves this Fireman Sam cartoon, and it's like his idol. So then if you would ask him, Stasio, what did you see in church? He would say, Sam. So yes, we saw Sam's, and we got, about the eggs. First we dye them. There are always, before Easter, you can buy special egg dyes that are very cheap, and yeah, you color them. Usually it's like 4 or 5 colors in a small package, and you can color your eggs, and afterwards you paint them or scratch patterns on them. You can also dye them like traditional way, which is in onion skins or beetroots, then they will be red. But we usually just use those dyes, and then we take like oil crayons. I have oil pastels at home, and we draw pictures, always my sister and me. This year Stasha also got to smear something on the egg, and these are usually Easter symbols like lambs, chickens, flowers, willow branches with those fluffy buds. What else? Yeah, Alleluia written over. But this year I had to draw a piglet on the egg because Stasha has his favorite plushie toy is a piglet from Winnie the Pooh, so he was delighted to see him on the egg. And we also have like special dishes except for the eggs. We have special dishes for Easter, and these are special cakes called Mazurek. It's exactly like those Chopin's music works that he wrote, Mazurka. It's the same. In Polish it's actually Mazurek, not Mazurka. And yeah, it's basically you make like a layer of regular dough, bake it a bit, and then you make a second layer of some stuffing topping. And I always make almonds and lemon topping, and it's delicious. Oh my god. And I always do it like once per year, so it's special. And we share always with the family, even if we're not together on that day, and then we visit during Easter. We would share the eggs, like eat together things from the basket that was blessed in the church. So these are most of our traditions. Oh yeah, on Monday, that is crazy. I don't know if you know about it, but it's called the pouring Monday. The Easter Monday is a day when you pour water on your family and friends, and they pour it back. So it often turns into water fights. And I have a cousin who is 32, but he acts like he's 12. And this year he bought like 2 water guns, and he sent us a photo of himself holding them, and yeah, let's meet on Monday. And I was like, no, I know what you did last time. I don't want to see you on Monday again. Especially because my son was a bit scared of that all. So luckily we did not meet him. He's an awesome person, but he just does not understand. I don't want to get my old clothes wet. So of course it comes from pagan rituals that you would like use water for purification when spring comes, and it was just adapted by church here in Poland. I don't know if you have that in other countries. If you do, please share. It will be very interesting to me to hear about it, and some of your other customs, if you have them to share, it will be very interesting. Oh yes, about the egg hunt. It's actually unknown in the part of Poland I'm from. It's known, I think, in the western part, which is influenced by Germany. But in Warsaw and around, you don't do any hiding eggs and searching for them. It's just not something we do. We give to children some chocolate eggs and chocolate bunnies, but it's generally not the thing for Easter here. That was a lot of talking, and I have to go soon. So thank you again for joining me. Happy knitting, happy spinning if you're a spinner, and I will see you next time. Bye.